Hello, my name is Sam Evans, and for my first Sports Medicine 3 project, I did motion analysis of a 100-meter freestyle swim stroke. For this project, Milo King, who is a South Tahoe High School athlete, volunteered to be my client. Milo enjoys swimming but has never been very fast, nor had good technique. A few of Milo's goals are by the end of the project to have longer endurance and a 1 minute and 45-second time. For Milo's baseline test, I recorded and timed his 100-meter stroke. Off the bat, I noticed I could break his stroke down into three things: breathing, arms, and leg movement. From there, I'd go deeper into each category until his overall stroke is better. Here's a quick clip from his baseline test. A few things I could notice from his baseline test were breathing. For starters, his head would look forward when breathing instead of to the side. He would also keep his head out of water when swimming. Another thing I noticed were his arms. He would claw at the water and his wrist was bent. He would also take short and fast strokes and slap the water with his forearm. Finally, I noticed his legs. He would kick at the knee, his legs would drag in the water, and his legs were very spread apart, as you can see in these photos. The first one for breathing, the next one for arms and legs. First, I was going to break it down into breathing. A few things I told Milo to do in breathing were to keep his head looking down in the water. I also told him to take breaths to the side and maintain a breathing cycle so he wouldn't run out of air quickly. I also told him to never look up when breathing. As you can see in this photo from a professional swimmer, he breathes when his arm comes up and looks to the side. Here's a before and after photo of Milo. This first photo was the first day we worked. He would breathe looking up and swim with his head out of the water. In this second photo that I took the last day that we worked together, he would breathe when his arm came out of the water to the side. Next thing I noticed were arms. A few things I told Milo to work on were to keep his fingers extended and wrist mostly flat. I also told him to reach with his arms and change directions of the stroke to pull more water. Another thing I told him was when he entered the water to enter with his fingertips first. As you can see in this picture from a professional, he pulls closer to his body to get most water pulled. He also extends with his arms and looks down in his stroke. He also has flat hands and extended fingertips. Here are a few before and after shots of Milo. In this first photo, you can see his arm slaps the water when entering. And in this photo, you can see that he's pulling to his side, which is not getting as much water. In this after photo, you can see that he's reaching with his arms, entering the water with his fingertips first, as you can see here. And in this below shot, you can see that he's pulling closer to his body, so he can get more water with the pull. Finally, I noticed more on legs. A few things I told Milo to do were to keep his feet relaxed and his ankle flexed. I told him to keep his legs straight with little knee bend. I also told him to originate his kick from hips to get more power and engage core to keep his legs off the bottom of the pool. As you can see in this photo from a professional, he engages his core to keep his butt higher and his legs are straight with little knee bend. He also has pointed toes from his ankle being flexed and his foot is more or less relaxed. Here are a few before and after photos of Milo. In this first one, you can see that his legs are very spread apart and his ankles aren't very flexed. And in this before shot, you can see that his legs are very droopy from not engaging his core and he is kicking with his knees. In these after shots, you can see that Milo's legs are closer together here. And in this one, you can see that he's engaged his core, making his butt higher in the water, and he's more of kicking with his hips and not his knees. Final results. So for Milo's baseline test, he got 1 minute and 49 seconds for his 100-meter time. His end speed was 1 minute and 31 seconds, shaving 18 seconds off his time. A few things I noticed from the final day were that his strokes were much smoother, there was less splashing, quicker movements, and better positioning. There was also less extraneous movement, meaning he wasn't rocking back to forth, he was more of keeping the movement simple and straightforward. Here's a little clip from his final result. As you can see, he had much better form. Thank you for watching.